It's Arsenal against Chelsea this weekend, Shaka. They had differing starts to the season, as we saw Arsenal losing to the newly promoted Brentford. Chelsea off to a flyer against Crystal Palace. And it looks as though we could be seeing Romelu Lukaku for Chelsea on his kind of re-debut. What does he bring to Tuchel's side?
Well, he brings much needed goals from the striking position. As much success as Thomas Tuchel had last season in winning the Champions League and finishing top four despite stumbles in the back end of the season, they so desperately needed a number 9. Timo Werner was supposed to be that player, and while he offered pace in terms of stretching defenses, he didn't offer an awful lot in front of goal. Romelu Lukaku does that, and despite his struggles in the United shirt, I think his time in Serie A, he has greatly improved, especially over the last 12 months. You've seen a side of him as a finisher that I don't think we'd seen at any point previously. He brings that, even some or most of that, to Chelsea, and they're a real prospect.
The reports say, as for Arsenal, though, things not really looking good at the moment in terms of Lacazette and Aubameyang. Both could be out through illness. How big of a miss are they to the Gunners?
Absolutely huge. Listen, you open the season against Brentford, normally, newly promoted Brentford, and all the emotion that comes with a team playing for the first time in the Premier League, the first time in England's top flight in 75 odd years. But when you're Arsenal and you've been having the kind of time that you have had over the last few, these are games that you have to win, not lose 2-0 with an absolute whimper. And now all of a sudden, Arteta under huge and growing pressure. With Aubameyang out, Lacazette out, Aubameyang in particular, who hasn't been himself since signing that huge deal. This is a game that I'm not sure Arsenal can afford to lose. But then I don't see them getting anything out of it at the same time. So it's according to how I feel right now, looking at this, it's not going to be a good week for Arsenal.
I'll write about Arteta, as you just mentioned, because he's actually the favourite Premier League manager to be sacked first, and it's not going to get any easier. So it's Chelsea, and then they've got Man City next week. So how important is it to get a win for him in this game? Yeah,
listen, it's absolutely huge. I thought that Arteta had until October, November at the very least to steer Arsenal right. But I also thought that they'd beat Brentford on the opening day of the season. That didn't happen, and now all of a sudden, sharp focus on Mikel Arteta. Is he the right man to lead Arsenal? I think the Antonio Conte link also adds to the pressure, because let's be honest, managers with the record of Antonio Conte don't stay available for long. So maybe that's kind of forcing Arsenal's decision, or the board's decision, as far as Arteta and his future is concerned. So that really was unprecedented and it's added to Arteta's pressure. So you can understand why the Arsenal board are now kind of considering the options when, as I say, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I thought Arteta comfortably had another month or two.
Yeah, you wonder how long it will give them, or if they will think, okay, well, it's those big teams. The good news for Arsenal is that they have won the last 3 competitive meetings between the two sides. Does that play a part, Shaka?
It plays a part in maybe giving Arsenal some confidence. I mean, giving an Arsenal team with absolutely zero confidence after week 1 results, it gives them something maybe they can cling to, and a belief at the very least that Chelsea are the kind of team that they like to play against, where Brentford may not be. That being said, again, all things being equal, just looking at these two teams on paper, given what we saw from both of these two teams opening day of the season, albeit Chelsea was against a really poor Crystal Palace, you just feel that Chelsea remain favourites. Arsenal are looking for some kind of silver lining. Maybe it comes in their recent form, but ultimately, I'm not sure that is as big a help as they need.
Big game ahead this weekend as Arsenal take on Chelsea, and the pressure is on Mikel Arteta.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.